What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. We're continuing to the Community Legends series, previously called the Player Spotlight, but I feel like this is more catchy, and today we're going to be playing with Steakhammer. We're sieging Rudhelm, and this is one of my favorite people in the entire world, let alone Chivalry too. If you're new, this is a series where I essentially glaze my friends and players around the community that are all well known and liked, and Steakhammer fits both of those. Now, I'll get into his playstyle first. Now, he actually became friends with me through watching the videos and joining the Discord, so it's kind of funny to see that his playstyle is pretty much exactly mine. We use the same weapons. His top three are the Greatsword, Messar, and Longsword. We're both using the Longsword and Greatsword throughout this video, but what's pretty funny is we got into the game without knowing each other, but for the exact same reasons. We're both good players, but we also play for the individual moments and things like that. Really cool stuff with your friends, that's really why. It's not about sweating it out and trying to get really good. We do that too, but it's more secondary. A lot of what I talk about on this channel applies to him, and what's really cool is Steakhammer's kind of a walking advertisement for my Discord, The Unyielding. He watched my videos, and when he was about level 500, and he got into the community by joining it once I announced I was making it a little under a year ago now. And now he's one of the most well-known guys in the community that everybody really loves. He's friends with all the sirs, if you guys have seen them. So you don't have anything to lose by joining. We're almost at 850 members now. It's probably more active than the Chivalry 2 Discord is what a lot of people say. It's pretty close. And yeah, the worst that happens is I don't like you and don't play with you. You still have other people you can meet. Now, there's going to be a lot of vintage Steakhammer, Shawnee Salami moments. You're going to see us fight spawn waves. We don't really care about deaths a lot of the time. We have that same mentality. This is my favorite thing to do with playing with him is we're just on the same wavelength. He actually said that just while we were playing, because we're going to charge in. If I see him fighting, he's going to see me fighting. We're just going to see that fight out. If you die alongside your friend, it's a lot more fun than if you just ran back and left them, and you can respawn in this game. See Sitcon, he's going to be having a Community Legends series soon as well, and he's pointed out that people play this game like they're never going to respawn and they're dying in real life. And we're going to get in a nice 1v3. Steakhammer does sacrifice him a little bit. This is going to turn really chaotic, alright? So there's a lot of ambushers around throwing shit at us. We got our friend from Shiv Cartel here. He's going to try and kick the jab. It doesn't work. He's a great player. He usually beats me, but that time we do come out on top. But they are just going to not stop coming. They're just spawning in and coming right back after us. But good news is, like I said, Steakhammer is going to come back us up. He's going to spawn and come sprinting in right away, no hesitation. And check this out, because we're going to get this enemy right here. Turn around, and yeah, that's a lot of enemies. Now, this is what me and him do. This is a classic example of why I love this dude, playing with him and want to put him in a video. We're just going to fight side by side. No yielding around here, that's for sure. And he doesn't do any team damage in any of this. We're just taking down these waves of enemies. He's so good about fighting near me, and I'm usually beating the fuck out of him with a greatsword and downing him. The only time he actually hits me is when the fight is over trying to help. And that is not the only case of this you're going to see in the video. It's just kind of fun when you have someone on the same wavelength as you. And now I'm sending him a text that this is going to be a certified hood classic already, because we have some good clips in here, and there's going to be more. That's not even it. I'll fast forward so you don't have to sit through me just AFK for a little bit and healing. I don't want to cut it out just so you know I didn't die or anything. In terms of actual gameplay for this video, we will be skipping around a little bit between this and then when this game is finished, the next one. The focus is more on the Community Legends, as we put it. And by the way, I do want to shout out Nugs, because he started doing something similar for duelists. I definitely think you guys should check out his channel. It's very good. He's been dueling some of the other top players in the game. More known in the dueling community. This one's kind of cool because it's the TO one, and he's more of a duelist doing his thing. Now, once again, we're going to go after a whole bunch of enemies, try and get another good moment. I'm not playing too good mechanically as I usually do, but that's because one of the focus is on him, so he did it when he could play, but you'll never guess what happens next. For the sake of time, we're going to skip ahead quite a bit now. I'll let this breathe a little bit. I'll talk about Steak more on the next map and towards the end. But for now, we're going to try and capture the courtyard. So now we're going to get in a little bit of a 1vx, just two people. One has a Messer, the other a Dane Axe. That's not an ideal combination to be fighting. And the second guy, they're both kind of default skins, but this one seemed a little better. I was a little distracted because I was trying to go help out our boy up there. He's up the stairs, and I keep glancing over there, if you notice. And he's in the fight of his life, and I'm trying to get my way up there, but I don't make it in time. I thought I was going to go for a tackle there. Unfortunately, I did not have a sprint going, and it really does suck when this happens, so it looks like I may get the upper hand and win this fight. But check this out. I'm doing a good job of not getting hit by the javelin. You could just block. You don't even have to deflect these, but I get downed by a kick. That's always brutal because there's really not much you can do. You don't want to hold blocks so your guard gets broken. Really, it is disappointing to see a fight end that way that I thought I could have handled. We're going to fight side by side yet again, trying to take out this wave of enemies that come through the gate. Our team did a good job of helping us out. A lot of these fights that were edited out, like group fights, it felt like they were getting in the way more than anything else, but I feel like they supported us really well here. Now, he's going to block for me while we heal. Just an amazing teammate. These guys didn't seem too bad that we're up against, but a 2 versus 2 against 2 level 1000s that know how to play side by side like that really kind of felt easy with Steakhammer, and that's no disrespect to them. Now there's going to be even more enemies though, which is getting a little tough because they have a bunch of different kind of weapons, like an execution axe to deal with drags. We have the Messer, which is always dangerous. This is going to be a tough one, but check out Steakhammer doing some great target switching. He's going to wisely back off the enemy that's throwing things, but watch this. I'm going to head back in there as fast as I can to try and help him, and he survived that whole thing. He took out every single one that was left. People with spears you really want to bully and just kind of get in their face, zigzag around them, like walk side to side. And a good attack I like to do if I'm close enough, really works well with the long sword, is when you counter the stab, feint into another stab. Just a tip for you there. And my knight in shining armor quite literally comes to save me yet again while I'm backed into a corner. Just an absolute beast of a player. Awesome stuff. We're wrapping up this game now. I do want to show you a few highlights from the next one. We did train Citadel. I'm not going to show the whole game just because we had a classic Torn Banner moment where Steakhammer's going to get the VIP. And just stay tuned for that because we're going to have a really just trash thing happen that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And once again, these are a little different because we're going to edit out the whole beginning part with the bridge because this is when the map really picks up. And I hope you guys like this series just because this is really what brought me back instead of doing Soulsborne, Elden Ring kind of stuff, is I just missed the community. I didn't get into YouTube to make money or to get a lot of views because trust me, I was getting a lot more of that doing the Soulsborne stuff. And now that we're back to making Chivalry 2 content, it will be more of a focus for me to do things like this instead of just promoting myself and doing weapon videos. Now, me and Steakhammer are going to have an all-time certified hood classic of just destroying so many people. This is absolutely crazy, and he's the only person I could really do this with. And he doesn't even hit me that much. I just can't believe we do this very consistently. And I know the internet hates confidence, so saying we're two good players will probably trigger a bunch of people. But we are 2 level 1000s with a lot of playtime, so being on the same page just makes it even more enjoyable to play together, even outside of just being good friends. And now we're going to have a classic torn banner moment. Steakhammer is of course the chat he is. He got VIP. And why don't we take a look at what happens with that? We both end up crashing. That means the team lost because he was a VIP. But as we play a few more clips, it's just so cool to see someone I got into the community really become a good friend. We send memes to each other on Instagram. And he's not even the only one. It's really just an awesome community that's given me a lot, and I'm still grateful for it, and especially friends I've made. It's awesome to see someone I got in the community even surpass me as a player. To the top left, we have a video with Lousy and Spicy Pancakes, the two best console players, and by the time this is out, hopefully I have Seasick Khan's player spotlight video, which will be to the top right. Love you guys. See you in the next one.